Welcome to an experience powered by Pipe TV.
Powered by Pipe TV. You are now watching Pipe TV.
Hi, you are watching Pipe TV and I'm your host, Miss Tony. I just want to let you know this beautiful floral arrangement that you see on our set here today was provided by Kera Reid. Please make sure you check out all her information. Will be at the end of the show. She does a whole lot of other stuff as well. But as you could see to my left, I do have a fabulous guest, a musician. Okay, you guys know I love music, and this is my friend, my colleague. You know, I want to get to know more about him. This is Mel Holder. How are you, Mel?
I am doing fine today, Tony.
Right.
It is good to see you, and you are looking great.
Thank you so much.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you. I know, he all of a sudden saw the lights and was like, oh, by the way. All right, Mel, so tell me a little bit about yourself. I want to know the young Mel, because I want to build everyone up to what you're doing now.
I tell you, I don't want to know the young Mel.
Oh, goodness. Oh, boy. Okay, so leave out the juicy parts. We'll talk behind the scenes.
We're talking about that. No.
Good.
Well, I basically was born and raised in Brooklyn, right? Okay. Not too far from here. I lived at 79 Rogers Avenue. I grew up at 1718 President Street.
He still knows the addresses. Wow.
Both those houses are not the same now anyway, so I don't have to worry about that. But I went to Erasmus Hall.
Okay.
At that time I went, it was the Institute of Performing Arts where we went there. One of my classmates, and this is just somebody just told me they ran into him yesterday in Durham, was Will Downing, so we went to school at the same time. Yeah, so I'm basically a Brooklynite, and I think that I got acclimated to the saxophone by accident, but I know better now because I do have a very close relationship with God, and I know everything is ordained and orchestrated by Him, that it happens the way that it happened. Yes, but I did go to a special school for music, and that was my passion. I always wanted to do it. The first time I saw some of the groups back then, like Kool and the Gang and Earth, Wind and Fire, and the Kronheims Affair that was local from here, and Mandrill, which was local from here, BT Express, which was local from here. All those groups, I was like a young kid looking up to them and said, one day I want to do that. And that's what happened.
So you said you got introduced to saxophone by mistake. Was it one of those things, because I know when I was in elementary school, we had to play music. We had to choose an instrument. Was it something like that? Or
close to, very similar. My sister is older than me. She's a couple years older than me, and she was in the band in school, and I wanted to play a prank on her because she always used to play pranks on me. And she played a prank on me one time. It was Friday. It was a Friday, and we went to eat, and I went to the fish tank, and I noticed one of the fish was missing. And I asked her, where's the fish? She said, oh, you just ate it. And
no.
And you know, I come from a Caribbean home.
Okay.
And Friday is fish day.
Yes, it is. Yes.
So I was like, no. And she played that, and I said, I'm going to get you back. So one day she came home with a clarinet, and I said, I'm going to do something. So I went and I got a lemon, and I put it all on the reed, and I juiced it real nice.
Oh, no.
And I went into the other room, and I was waiting for her to go pick it up, and she picked it up, and she got a sting, and she called my name, Melvin, get in here. And then what she did, she's older than me, I was small, so she made me blow it and play it. And so I did it, and
it was like, wow.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
I got past, once I got past the rancidness of the lemon, I started to get notes out. Nice. And that's how it started.
So you actually started with clarinet.
Yeah, clarinet. And then I moved to saxophone because women didn't like guys that play clarinet.
Correct.
They like guys that play saxophone.
Little too,
yeah. I wasn't going to get any girls with the clarinet, so I switched.
I love it. You know, it's funny that you say that you play a wind instrument, because I also read, or should I say a little birdie told me, that you had like chronic asthma growing up.
That's right.
So to pick up a wind instrument?
Yes. It was very difficult once I got going with it. I couldn't do a lot of the normal things that other kids did, like run and play and do that. It was a chore for me to do that. So when I actually had the desire to play the saxophone and it started to work, that was like, wow, how is this possible? You know, so that's when I was beginning to see that it was a greater call, a greater purpose on my life, and that began to make it all come together, because I know I wasn't doing that because it was because of my ability. I know I was doing it about the ability of what God was doing in my life.
Yes, yes. So now you are in high school. Erasmus had that performing arts section.
Yes.
So I'm just going to let you know, too, I'm going to share with you. I didn't go to Erasmus, but I did go to the School of Performing Arts out in the city.
Which one?
Music, not music and arts, performing arts.
That was on 46th Street.
Correct,
Yes.
correct. And then we all merged into that one building, music and art in LaGuardia.
Yeah.
So my class was actually the first class in LaGuardia.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm a musician as well, violinist.
Okay.
Yeah, so I do all the string instruments. And I've always wanted to play a woodwind instrument.
It's not too late.
It's not. And like you, I love the soprano sax.
Yes.
Which one do you play?
I play all of them. Most of the time when I'm traveling, because I got lazy now, I play the soprano. But on my latest records, I love doing songs where I play all four at the same time.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I have a track out really right now. It's going up the charts on the smooth jazz charts. It's called From Bottom to Top, and I'm playing baritone, alto, tenor, and soprano on that track.
Oh, nice. Oh, we have to get that.
Yes,
we
yes,
have to
yes.
play that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, my goodness. So, like, you just took me, like, I was about to ask you another question, but that got me excited just there. So here we are now. You're into music. I know I was brought up classical. Mm-hmm. You're jazz? Or
I would say
like
more jazz. At that time, it wasn't really jazz. I was more into the R&B scene. But to really learn the saxophone, you can't learn the saxophone without having aptitude and a knowledge of jazz, because that's where it is. The greats, John Coltrane, Charlie Parker, Dexter Gordon, Lester Young, Jimmy
Was it
Heath.
easy for you to pick up?
It was easy. It was easy for me to get going, but it's still a hard instrument. I practice now, and I'm still trying to learn it. I don't think I'll ever master it. I think I get better,
Right.
but I still do things. I try to practice daily. It doesn't work out all that it doesn't work out that way all the time. But there's always things that I'm trying to get. There's other levels I'm trying to get to, and different things that I'm trying to put into my musical vocabulary. That when I do something live, people are able to connect with me. And the greatest thing that I've learned, and when I said this to you jokingly that I didn't want to talk about the young Mel, the greatest thing that I've learned as I'm in, I would say maybe my third, fourth quarter of life, is that music is a gift, and we learn all the notes that we learn, how to play this, play that, this style, but to really connect with someone, it goes beyond the notes. I don't want someone to just hear me. I want them to feel me. I want them to have an experience that goes beyond the notes. The notes are just like letters, because letters don't mean nothing unless you have words. Words don't mean nothing until you have a sentence. Sentences don't mean nothing until you have a paragraph. And then you go on and on. So it keeps going. So the biggest thing that I've gotten in this season of my life is have music that transcends the note. That when someone hears it, they can reminisce of an experience, something that they did maybe 10 years, 15, 20 years ago, but it puts them in a place in time that it takes them to this feeling that goes beyond just making notes.
Mel, that is deep.
Yes.
That is deep. So when you do live performances, do you call it Mel Holder, the experience? Like, do you?
It's funny. I've thought to use that word in it, but and maybe that's a confirmation that I should do that, because I want when someone to come to witness and just be a part of what I'm doing. If they say I play well and they play nice, I say thank you. But if they say that I was really inspired, I was really moved,
that's what you want.
That's what I'm really aiming for. important. That goes beyond the notes. It goes beyond the notes, and it's not something that you can learn in a music book or in a textbook.
Oh no!
It comes from experience. It comes from listening. It comes from drawing from that inner man, the soul. When they say, "What is soul music?" Music that goes and touch you in a deeper place. So when you hear that's why some people sing and some people sang.
Right. I love it. Yes.
Those are the different levels. So I want to be a musician that's able to connect, touch the hearts of the people, and get them to feel something positive. That if they're going through something today, they could put on one of my recordings and get uplifted. If I'm in a concert or in a venue doing something, they could be uplifted and change the climate in terms of what they're going through negative and push it towards a positive place.
Beautiful. What album are you on now?
Number 7.
The magic number.
Yeah. But I'm real excited about what I'm doing. And one of the other things that I'm real passionate about at this stage in my life, I like to look at life in like 3/3. And when I look at this, you have a time that you learn, you earn, and you return. So I'm still going to earn. I don't want to stop doing that.
At the end of part of it, right?
But I still want to be very deliberate and make a step in returning, because I believe that I'm not going to be here forever, but something that I do can go on past what my days on this planet are. And I want that to be something that is resonant with the next generation coming up.
So Mel, I just want you to let the folks out there know how can they connect with you as far as hearing your next album, what you got going on, like how can they follow you?
Well, they can go to my website. It's real easy, melholder.com. They can find me on Facebook, Mel Holder. I would say Twitter, but it's not Twitter, no, X. Mel Holder. And whatever, and you could just Google Mel Holder. I do have Mel Holder TV where you can go and watch all my videos. And the project that I'm most passionate about now, right now, is the new documentary will be out in January, which is called the Nations of Africa Tour. I had the opportunity to go to Uganda and Kenya this year, and I have a very touching documentary that we have coming on that.
We're definitely going to connect again to get that promoted also.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yes. That sounds so interesting. So folks, this is Mel Holder. Lots going on. Great musician. You got to hear his work. So make sure you connect with him on all his social medias. Check out his music. Hopefully we get an opportunity to play a little something of his music on our way out of the show, so you guys can hear that as well. So this is Pipe TV. Thank you very much for coming through.
Tony, it's my pleasure.
Yes.
I wish we had more time, but guess what? That opens the door for a return visit.
Look, this is your home, so you're always welcome to come back.
Oh, I'll take you up on that.
Yes, and we'll accept it. So guys, stay tuned. This is your girl, Miss Tony, and you are watching Pipe TV.
Welcome to an experience powered by Pipe TV.
Powered by Pipe TV. You are now watching Pipe TV.
Hello, I'm Tanja Hayes, and I'm your host, and you're watching Pipe TV. And today we have a guest, a lovely guest, Kera Reid. And before I move forward, Kera Reid is a floral event designer and an etiquette consultant. We'll find out about that later. But more importantly, Kera is a cancer survivor, so I would like to have her expound on her journey with being a cancer survivor.
Well, I am a 15-year breast cancer survivor, and actually, what people fail to realize is that breast cancer can start at a younger age. They usually talk about women 45 and older, but I was in my late 20s when they diagnosed me, and I went through the whole gamut. Chemo, radiation, everything like that. And facts is that I lost all of my hair the second week of chemotherapy.
Oh, wow.
And God is good. He restored all of it back. All of this is mine. No perm, no relaxer, nothing.
Hey, God is good, and that is a blessing, and I applaud you for that journey. You mentioned the fact that you were a missionary.
Yes. Actually, about maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, I just got my license, so I'm a newly licensed deaconess missionary with my church. Yep.
A deaconess missionary?
Yes. So basically, the work that I do is, geared to my local church. However, I've done work outside of my church because they give me permission to do so. So, yeah.
Okay. So at the church, do you present your floral design? And I want everyone to know that this floral design was done by Kera.
Well, actually, I've done a lot of outreach with my floral arrangements. Sometimes, especially during the month of breast cancer awareness, or even Mother's Day, I'll have a stand outside my church and I'll just give out flowers to the women in the community, just telling them that, you're beautiful, you're loved, and just encouragement to them.
That's beautiful. It's really beautiful. I wish I had that talent because I love flowers. So tell us about your journey in the world of floral design.
Well, it started out with me wanting to do event decorating and just decorating of anything. And I knew that the only way I can get my foot in the door was to learn floral design. Because every time I would try to work with somebody, they'd be like, well, can you design flowers? Can you design flowers? And I'm just like, okay, I guess I need to start working with flowers. And that was just my foot in the door.
Okay. Did you do any of that as a kid? Would you like nature, so you...
Yes, I actually do love nature, but I would have never thought in a million years that I would be making flower arrangements. Never.
On average, how long does it take you to make an arrangement like this?
Well, this particular arrangement took me about 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Took me 15 minutes. I was like, chit.
And you do silks, fresh flowers?
Silks, fresh flowers, wood, whatever. I can do it.
And any size?
Any size. I've done installations. I've done stuff for funerals. I can do it all.
Well, I'd like to hear more about your experience with the Black Girl Magic and the Soul Train Music Awards. That should have been...
It was such a great and wonderful experience. So I do freelance work as well as having my own clients and having my own contracts. So as a freelancer, some designers and some event design firms will hire freelance workers to come and help put the production together because it's a big job. And so I've worked with Black Girl Magic, and it was amazing. We did the red carpet. And I think it was from 2018. I also did the Soul Train Music Awards. That was 2021. That was a red carpet for that. As a freelancer, let me just put that out there so people will be like, oh yeah, well that was your... No, I have to give credit where credit's due. And I've worked for Fashion Week. I've done, what was his name? Laquan Smith, I believe. He had like an after party, so I was, as a freelancer, I helped with the production team for that as well. Great opportunity, wonderful experience, and yeah.
Okay. You mentioned freelancer. What's the difference between, if you weren't a freelancer, what would you be? Like?
So, like I said, as a freelance, again, other designers and other production teams and stuff like that, they would hire me. So I would be like a subcontract employee for them, as opposed to like, having like my own clients and what type, which I do. I do like my own clients and everything like that, but also other designers would hire me to come.
Well, that speaks volume if they hired you, right? Mm-hmm. So I understand that you are also an etiquette consultant. Is that for adults and children, or like?
Yes. I just became a certified etiquette consultant. I do a lot of things. I wear a lot of hats. And so, yes, I am a certified etiquette consultant, and I teach adults, and I do teach children. Actually, I work with my church organization called Kojic Ladies, and we teach them faith-based etiquette. So I work on their self-esteem. I cover everything. From self-esteem to how to carry yourself. I work with nonprofit organizations as well. So everything on how to dine, how to dress, all of that.
Okay. All right. So people hire you, and you would take on a client, and you would just go in and talk to a group or one person?
They'll ask for me, or they'll inquire, or they'll hire me. Sometimes I'll just go and I'll talk to a group. I'm pretty much open.
Okay. All right. So if I need to know how to conduct myself in a certain way at a certain event, I'm trying to understand the whole scope of etiquette for an adult. When you say manners, etiquette, is that how to carry yourself, or is it?
How to carry yourself, how to feel comfortable in a social setting, all of that, how to eat, how to dine properly. There's people, you'd be surprised how many people don't know the difference between basically what fork to use, because you go to a formal dining and you see 2 forks and you see 2 knives. You're like, okay, well, which one do you pick up first? And by the way, it's the one you work out in. So whichever one's the furthest on the outside, you start with that first, and then you work in, and it's based on each course. So that's a freebie, but if you want to know more information, you got to come to, go to my website and sign up.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. I've never met an etiquette coach for an adult. Mm-hmm. Usually the etiquettes are for, the kids, and they learn, but that's interesting. Yeah. Okay. So what's next on the horizon for Kera Reid?
I don't know. The sky is my limit. Whatever's out there, I'm just willing to jump on it, pretty much. I love inspiring people. I love encouraging people. So whether it's doing a grand event, or whether it's inspiring a young lady, or whether it's inspiring somebody to feel confident whether they're going out to dinner or going to a social event.
Okay. And so you're on all the social medias where people can find you?
I have a website. I am on Instagram, and I'm also on Facebook. Yes.
Okay, well, there you have it. Do you have a specific name for your?
Yes. The name of my company is called Purposeful Gifts and Design.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
That's really beautiful. Well, there you have it. We're with Kera Reid.
Yes.
Our designer, our floral designer and etiquette coach. And I'm Tanja, and you're watching Pipe TV.